welcome back, Shamrock fans. I'm Jack Warner, class of 2020.
And I'm Jeffrey Schultz, class of 2020.
And we are here for the basketball game between the St. Patrick Shamrocks and the St. Viator Lions. Both teams on a 2-game losing streak. St. Pat's coming off a loss against Fenwick, 72-. That's all good. Good and reliable.
Yeah. And it's been working all after all the things. That's the only thing that's been working. We're never going to get that anthem in. Since the season.
We're still live video-wise, right? All right.
They can't hear us.
Yeah, no, I can.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Curlin Court on the campus of St. Patrick High School, the oldest all-boys high school in the state of Illinois, for tonight's East Suburban Catholic Conference matchup between the visiting Lions of St. Viator High School and your St. Patrick Shamrocks. On behalf of the administration, faculty, and students of St. Patrick High School, we welcome you tonight as our guests. St. Patrick High School and St. Viator High School are playing this game through an agreement entered in by both schools. The schools are members of the Illinois High School Association and the East Suburban Catholic Conference and have agreed to abide by its constitution and bylaws. We ask that anyone present today demonstrate an attitude of good sportsmanship throughout the contest, no matter what personal feelings or loyalty they may have towards one team or the other. Inappropriate cheers, throwing of objects, verbal insults directed toward athletes, coaches, or officials have no place in high school athletics. Any spectator not displaying appropriate conduct will be asked to leave the game. Cooperation is expected and appreciated. We ask that you remain standing to move your hats as we enjoy the playing of our national anthem. Christ and The starting lineup for tonight's game first for the Lions of St. Viator High School.
Alrighty, Shamrock fans. Alrighty, Shamrock fans. I'm Jack Warner, class of 2020.
And I'm Jeffrey Schultz, also class of 2020.
And we are here for the basketball contest between the St. Patrick Shamrocks, who are 12-5, and the St. Viator Lions, who are 11-6. Both teams are on a 2-game losing streak. St. Pat's recent losses to Fenwick, which was 72-66, and St. Viator's recent loss was to Loyola, 40-39. Going into this game, both teams, on losing streaks, so looking to snap. Even though it's a small losing streak, it's a losing streak that no one really wants to have. But both teams are coming into this game wanting to lose this, and both teams looking to really make an impact on the scoring column. Because both teams have scored, it's sort of been on the late end of really scoring recently.
For sure. Both of these teams, like you said, both good teams, both are trying to come out of that losing streak. And of course, when you're a good team like that, you don't really want that to happen to other teams. You want to play to the best potential, for sure.
If you look at both these teams, both teams have some great height on them, but St. Viator definitely takes it for the most height, as it seems like a team that's going to really take the cake for getting the most rebounds on the team. And that's Michael Hume, the 6'7" senior for St. Viator. Of course, we got some injuries for St. Pat's. Nick Trophy will not be playing in this game today, and Joe Vanning's still out with his football injury. As we go into this game, St. Pat's is going to have the biggest impact. That St. Pat's is going to make the biggest impact.
Like I said last week against that game against whatchamacallit, with American Catholic. I think the big guy that's going to be coming out here tonight is going to be Nick Galati or Don Galati. Don Galati had a huge game in that game last week against American Catholic at 19 first half points. But eventually American Catholic won the game because they shut him down in the second half. I believe he had 0 or 1 or 2 second half points. And that's the big reason why American Catholic won that game last week.
And if you really look at it, Dom Galati's shot has just been on point recently for
Whole
Shamrocks.
season.
And it's been giving the Shamrocks a new way to score that they really didn't have last year, making it, really one of the reasons why the Shamrocks have been so successful. As we get ready for tip-off, Tamaris wins it, but it goes to St. Viator, but Don Galati will pick it up after the tussle between the ball, and that's who else but Caleb Crow taking up the ball for the Shamrocks to start this game. Caleb making some moves around the three-pointer. Gets to Nick. I think that's Michael Hamilton getting his really starting lineup debut, as that's Nick Galati with the shot, and it's good. Starting for the Shamrocks is Tamaris Brown, Michael Hamilton, Nick Galati, Don Galati, and Caleb Quirk. St. Viator is going to be bringing down the ball now. Passing the ball around. Of course, St. Pat's with their, lethal 1-3-1 defense that they've been using all season and all last season, have really been able to shut out some opponents, during the year, having some great defensive games. As St. Pat's,
Nice stop right there.
Nick Galati pokes that one out, making it out on St. Viator. St. Pat's will get the ball back. Caleb Crow now bringing up the ball. Giving that to Nick Galati. Nick Galati making a move, but he decides to give up. Goes back out. He's going to drive in himself, toss it to Tamaris. Tamaris with the shot. Just off the mark. Viator will now get the rebound and bring the ball down the court. Looks like St. Viator passing it around the three-point arc. Having that big man in the middle. Open three, off the mark, but St. Viator will get the offensive rebound.
I think St. Viator needs to play a little bit more aggressively here to start because they've been taking a lot of outside shots and they really haven't been hitting them so far, so I think they need to push the paint.
Shot off again.
Tamaris
will get his rebound. Dom will give it to, I think that was Nick Galati. Nick Galati is off the mark though. Viator now taking their time. Passing the ball around the 3-point arc. Gets it into the corner. Will pass it into the paint. Tries to make a great move. Gets himself trapped though. Will get it out. And it's back to the 3-point arc. Drives in, passes it into the corner. Shot is up. Shot is off. But again, another unlucky bounce for the Shamrocks. And that's going to be a 3-pointer. The shot is up. And it is off again. The same Viator again getting another offensive rebound. The shot is up again. And it is off the mark. And it's going to be either over the back or offensive goaltending. But it will be Shamrock ball. But something, as I mentioned before, the same Viator already dominating in the rebound department. I mean,
a lot of long rebounds off of these long shots.
Yeah. A couple unlucky bounces, of course, on these rebounds, but still getting the rebounds. So as Caleb Curl will get a tipped pass to himself to get an open 3-pointer and make it. 5-0 is the score. 5 minutes left in this first quarter.
Viator can ill afford to have the Shamrocks opportunities like that, especially if they're not going to be hitting these shots that they have when you start the game.
That's Caleb Coro with the steal, passes it to Nicolati. Nicolati will have the and-one opportunity. Now we're going to the one part of the line where the Shamrocks have struggled a lot, and that is the free-throw line, as Ben Gouchouin checks in the game for the Shamrocks. Shamrocks, of course, had a little tough time shooting their free throws in that second half against Marian Catholic. One of the reasons why that lead sort of slipped away at them during that third quarter. So Nicolati hits his free throw. Great start for the Shamrocks. As it seems like Ben Gouchouin checked in the game for Michael Hamilton. So the Shamrocks on the court. Nicolati, Dom Galati, Caleb Crows, Maris Brown, Ben Gouchouin. Same Viator in the corner. Dom Galati poke that out, and it will be Viator ball still.
And Jack, do you think that right now, with the way Viator's come out of the game in about the first half of this quarter, do you think you need to call a timeout if they miss another shot?
Well, I don't know if think, if you're a team that's wanting to focus shooting on this team, which has worked in the past, I think you just gotta let the shots fly and keep on trying to make yourself get hot and get some nice opportunities that they've had, but they just have not taken taken advantage of the opportunities. St. Viator makes a great move to the 3-pointer. Shot is up and it is off still. As Ben Gouchouin will get the rebound. And I don't know if it was a jump ball or a foul call, but it will still be Shamrock ball. And it will be a foul call, probably a reach. As Caleb Curl takes up the ball for Shamrocks. And that 3-pointer arc driving it a little bit, but it looks like he's just going to pass it out. A little trap there. Pass Tamaris, risky pass. As it's going to be off Viator there, as they try to strip it from him. Nicolati on the baseline with the ball. This is what the Shamrocks that are drawn up here. As Caleb Crow gets the ball. Gives it to Dom. As I think it's going to be an illegal screen or movement screen on Ben Gouchouin. St. Viator will take the ball up. St. Viator taking a lot of long passes here. I don't know if that's the most effective thing to do against this Shamrock defense, but it seems to be their game plan at the start of this game. Looks like Viator, but also Viator's attacking corners, which we've seen is a weak part of this Shamrock defense often. But it seems like St. Pat's has been able to get to the corners a lot quicker than they have in other games. It's going to be jump ball, and it will be Shamrock ball. No, it is St. Viator ball, actually.
5 minutes into this first quarter, both teams not even at 10 points. The Lions not even on the scoreboard yet. I really think that they need to do one of two things. They need to attack that paint a little bit better and get a little bit better with like passing, because they have had a lot of sloppy passing too. I mean, they have had a nice couple passes which led to some of their open shots that they've gotten, and gotten their longer rebounds, but they've had a lot of sloppy passes too. Big reason why they're not on the scoreboard right now.
But it seems both teams have been stressing defense this game, and it seems like defense is a big part of it, as Nick Lottie will get a sloppy pass and take it to the rim, and one, not in. 2 shots for Nick Lottie.
And looks like extend the Shamrock lead to double digits. This trip to the line.
Shot is up, shot is good. Tamaris will check out. Michael Hamilton will check in. Nikolai's second shot is up, and it is good. Shamrocks take a 10-point lead with 2:30 left in this first quarter. St. Viator passing the ball around the three-point line. St. Pat's defense really flying at them today, getting a lot of great double teams. Seems St. Viator's trying to get something as he gets stuffed and passes it to Caleb Coro, who's going to take it himself and get the easy layup. And St. Viator will call it the first timeout of the game. Jeffrey, St. Pat's has a 12-0 lead. We only have 2 minutes left in this first quarter. What did St. Pat's do to start off this game that's really bad on them, given them this big lead?
It's not just what St. Pat's has done, it's what also St. Viator has done. They've given the Shamrocks a lot of sloppy passes, like the last couple of possessions we've seen. The Shamrocks have picked off 2 of their last passes for easy possessions like this. And also, the Lions are having really hard time hitting their outside shots. They have not really attacked that paint like I said they needed to do earlier, but when they have, the Shamrocks have crowded. So the Shamrocks have not only gotten bad shots out of Viator and gotten a lot of fast break opportunities, they've also Viator just has not been hitting their shots this far.
And I mean, that is completely true, and it's also been the Shamrocks' shooting efficiency, really. Because if you look at time of possession, St. Viator is, winning in that department as they keep on getting offensive rebounds and giving themselves multiple opportunities to score. But St. Pat's has really taken the most out of any opportunity they've had this game and really scored on most of their offensive possessions.
Coming out of that timeout, what do you think the Viator head coach is telling his team right now?
Well, I don't think... maybe he changed up the offensive game plan to give themselves more opportunities to really get inside shots inside the three-point arc. But, defensively, I don't think you need to change anything, because when St. Pat's is not on a fast break, they've been able to slow down St. Pat's offense and really gotten some great, some great defensive stops. But offensively, they just have not been able to get anything going. Still without a bucket in this first quarter. Ryder again past the three-pointer. Getting the corner shot up, and it is off. And it's going to be Shamrock ball off St. Viator.
Another open missed shot from outside that three-point line by Viator. They haven't hit one shot this whole game, and that's the big reason why they have not been able to hit their outside shots.
St. Pat's, Caleb Coro bringing up the ball. He's going to drive in, drive out. That's Jackson Gitterly checked into the game for Tamaris. For Nick Lottie's, Michael Hamilton will take that shot and it'll be off the mark. Making some long passes around that three-point line. Gives it to the big man in the middle. Back to the three-point line. Into the corner, into the middle, but it does not go anywhere. As Caleb Coro makes a great move, but gets bumped on the way to the hoop. It's going to be Shamrock ball.
That'll be the fourth charge foul to Viator in this first quarter.
Maris checked into the game. It looks like for Ben Gouchouin. As ball goes to Tamaris. Tamaris to Caleb. Caleb now with the ball. Passes it to Jackson in the corner, who floats it up and does not get anywhere with it, and is called with a charge foul. St. Pat's fans are packing up the stadium right now, as tonight's theme is business casual. So we got the Shamrocks rocking some nice business-like tops, but some casual bottoms. St. Viator now, passing ball around, still the three-point arc, but drives it in, but gets stuffed by Tamaris. As it's stopping with a little slappy pass, but it's going to be off Caleb, trying to get that ball back. So a great stop for St. Pat's, but cannot really get what they wanted on that fast break. We got 26 seconds left in this first quarter. As Viator will take a deep three off the mark. And another deep three, not a deep three, but it's going to be off the mark too, and it's going to be another foul called on Viator's. 16 seconds. I would be surprised if St. Pat's did not run out this clock right now, as it looks like Nick Lottie will check into the game for Jackson.
If you haven't noticed on the last couple of shots that Viator's thrown up, the Shamrocks have just left them open because they've seen that they haven't been able to hit one shot literally this whole quarter. They're still not even on the board. It's kind of funny that they're just leaving them open because they know they're going to be not hitting them.
Caleb will give it to Dom with only around 5 seconds. He'll drive in, pass it into Tamaris. Tamaris to Nick. Nick will drive in, give it to the corner to Caleb. Caleb will take the shot. Oh, it's going to be a charging foul on Nick Lottie when he was making that pass. That shot went in, but it will not count, as we got .4 left in this first quarter, and I would be surprised if St. Viator picks up a point here. Shot, it's up, and it is off the mark, so St. Pat's will take a 12-0 lead at the end of this first quarter. And who from St. Pat's has made the biggest impact this quarter for you, Jeffrey?
So far, I would say Nick Lottie. He's got 7 out of our 12 points, and he's just overall been just a key contributor to Shamrock scoring, and he should probably is going to be carrying a pretty big role throughout the rest of this game, especially if, and that's assuming that the Lions are going to pick things up, because I'm not getting any points, literally, in this first quarter, missing a lot of outside shots. But they also, like you said, are dominating the time of possession. We're getting a lot of long offensive rebounds, but if they are not going to be able to hit their shots, that's not going to lead to a good game for them.
I mean, both teams are in the huddle. If you're St. Viator, what are you changing offensively going into the second quarter?
Like I said, I think you need to push that paint a little bit more, because when they have done it, of course, the Shamrocks have gotten some nice blocks like that one at the end of the quarter. But that outside game is obviously not working for you. I say you maybe not necessarily take it to the outside, because we definitely see that that's not been working for them that great. And when they've been getting inside of the paint, that really hasn't been working. So maybe you try to take it to the mid-range. And I think you just keep getting closer and closer to that rim until you start making shots that you know you can hit.
And then offensively for the Shamrocks, what would you do? Because even though they have the 12-point lead, it's really been points off fast break opportunities, and nothing really, made from just a pure offensive possession. So what do you think the Shamrocks can do to really get more offensive points, not just on fast breaks?
I think that they need to prevent these long offensive rebounds that Viator's been getting, and to get those when maybe the first one comes, not when the third one comes, because more offensive rebounds lead to more possessions, which lead to more time of possession, which might eventually lead to scores. We might have a score right here.
Nick Galati makes a sloppy pass, and it's going to be Jack Brannick causing the foul. Jack Brannick into the game with Dom Galati, Nick Galati, Tamaris, and Michael Hamilton. St. Viator going to a free-throw line, hopefully picking up, they hope picking up their first 2 points of the game. And the first one is in. So St. Viator's on the board for the first time tonight. second free throw is up. And it's good for the Shamrocks. I mean, for the Lions. Shamrock now. Dom Gladi bringing up the ball. Around the three-point arc. Little stutter step, but passes it out to Tamaris. Tamaris drives in, passes it to the corner to Jack Brannick. Jack Brannick with the shot, and it's in. 15-2 is the score. 7:30 left in this first quarter. St. Viator passing that ball around the three-point line again. But it just seems like they get pushed back every single possession. And it's going to be Nicolati on the fast break opportunity. Will make the layup. And I think that was a steal from his brother Dom. Dom with the steal and the pass to give the Shamrocks a 15-point lead, 17-12. Up 2. Shamrocks passing, Viator passing ball again. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Jack Brannick. St. Viator's going to get 3 free throws here. First free throw is up, and it is off. As St. Viator takes their free throws, I would like to announce that during the halftime, we have 2 very special guests coming in for interviews. First one is Dr. Schmidt, the current president of St. Pat's, a former principal, former dean, a former teacher, and of course a former basketball coach. And second, we have Mr. Fabrizio, class of 2008, who is currently the head of recruitment. St. Viator will take their last free throw, and they will go 2 for 3 on the line. All 4 points coming from the free throw line. And Caleb Kerr will bring up the ball, gives it to Tamaris. Tamaris with the ball. Just dribbling around, trying to find a pass. Finds Michael Hamilton. Dom Gladi now with the ball. Passes it to Nick. Nick to the corner to Caleb. Caleb to Dom. Dom will give it to Tamaris. Tamaris with a shot. Just off the mark. St. Viator again passing it around that three-point line. Trying to pass it into the paint, but they got to pass it out. Shot is up. Shot is no good as Dom Gladi will get the defensive rebound. Passes to Michael Hamilton. Michael Hamilton out to Nicolati. Nicolati will take the shot and it will be off. Viator will get the rebound. .5:30 left in this second quarter as St. Viator has the ball around the three-point line. As it was either traveling or a charge, but it's going to be a foul on St. Viator. It's going to be Shamrock ball. Looked like Michael Hamilton subbed out for, I'm not sure who that was yet, but we'll see. And maybe not a full substitution yet. Ref was not ready. Shamrocks will inbound it for the second time, and it will go cleanly. As that's Sergio Rivera, the sophomore, subbing into the game for the Shamrocks. Shot is up. It is off the mark. The St. Viator trying to get some points on the board that does not come from the free throw. Still passing around that three-point arc, driving into the baseline, trying to get a shot off. And it's going to be a charge foul, or maybe he stepped out of bounds on St. Viator. 5 minutes left in this first half. Caleb Coro will bring the ball up for the Shamrocks. Dom Gladi with it. Passes it to Sergio. Sergio to Nick. Nick to Tamaris. Tamaris in the paint trying to get his own shot. Passes it to Caleb. Caleb moving around. Gives it to Tamaris. Tamaris to Dom Gladi. Dom Gladi's shot is up. And it is no good.
Interesting point. The Shamrocks have a 13-point lead. And Dom Gladi does not even have 1 point yet. So what do you think would happen if he got going?
Well, I mean, it seems like the Shamrocks don't need Dom Gladi to get going. But I think if they need him to get going, he'll start getting going. I mean, Shamrocks currently just winning this game on great defense and taking advantages of the fast break. But besides that, the Shamrocks have sort of been slow on the offensive side, as Viator has been really, really slow. Still passing around that three-point arc. Looks like they're still trying to get something going around the baseline. Takes a mid-ranger. Off the mark is that Tamaris with the rebound. That's Dom Gladi now. Driving and passes it into the corner for Nick. Nick to Tamaris. Tamaris to Serge. Serge back to Tamaris. Drives in and gets the board. 19-4. Shamrock lead. 3:40 left in this first half. As it's going to be a kickball, Viator ball. Shot is up, and it is good. St. Viator will pick up their first points, not from the free throw line, with only 3:40 remaining in this first half. Tamaris, great move, drives in. Oh, and they're calling a charge on Tamaris.
That's a tough call. That didn't look like that Viator guy was moving around there. That should have been blocked.
But Shamrock fans not very happy with that. But it is the call on the court. St. Viator now bring the ball down. Passing it around that three-point arc still. Shamrock still with a 12-point lead though. St. Viator gets it into the corner, back outside. Hasn't been able to get anything in the paint yet, but as I say that, they get it right there. Commentators curse that St. Viator will pick up another basket. 19-9. Closest lead it's been on game with both teams with points on the board. That's Serge with the ball, passes it to Tamaris. Tamaris will get the layup and it will count there. 21-9, 2:30 left in this first half. Well, there's Viator getting it right on the post. So both teams consecutive post plays right there. And Coach Bailey calls a timeout. What do you think he's going to tell to his team right now?
I think his team needs to get a little bit more better on the defensive end of things because they have allowed 11 points this quarter to Viator. They've been letting them get inside of the paint a lot more, which, I mean, was one of the things that they needed to do since some of their outside shots were hitting. But I think they need to be a little bit better in the paint and just overall defensively. They look a little bit lackluster and a little bit less energy than they were in the first quarter.
And offensively, what can St. Pat's really do to start putting out some more points on this board?
I think a lot of the points in this game are going to come from rebounds and transition plays because that is how, of course, they've gotten a lot of their points. And, of course, drawing fouls and getting to the free throw line is a key one, too. But if the Shamrocks can pressure their passes like they were in that first quarter and get a lot of forced turnovers, I think that they could be putting a lot of more points on the board here.
Tamaris ball passes it to Nick. Nick to Mike. Mike will give it back to Nick. Nick into the corner to Caleb. Caleb with the shot off the mark. Viator will get the board. St. Viator in that paint, trying to get a shot up. As that's, I think it was Michael Hamilton with the block right there. Viator on the baseline. We'll see what they draw up here. All 4 men on top of the free throw line. One just goes out, takes the 3-point shot, and makes it. 21-14 is the score.
And the Viator are going to start hitting these open shots because they have hit 2 this quarter, actually. That's their second one. I think the Shamrocks do, in fact, need to just close up all areas of defense.
That's Nick Galati with the shot. Michael Hamilton will get the board, and beautiful finish from Michael Hamilton. We got 1:20 left in this first half. 23-14 is the score. Viator passes it into the corner. Shot is up. Shot is off, and that's going to be Tamaris with the rebound. Ooh, sloppy pass from Tamaris. Viator is bringing up the ball. Loses the ball a little bit as Michael Hamilton poked that, but gives it to Viator with the layup that barely just goes in. 50 seconds remaining. That's Caleb Corwin now with the ball. 23-16 is the score. Michael Hamilton with the ball. Gives it to Nick. Nick gives it to Dom. Dom with the ball now. Top, basically at the half court. 20 seconds. Wouldn't be surprised if this is actually the final shot of the first half. Dom will drive it into Damaris. Damaris back to Dom. Now we got 20 seconds left in this first half. Dom just holding onto that ball, looking like they want him to take this last shot, or they have some play drawn up for another Shamrock to take this shot. Nicolati with the ball makes a great move, passes it to Dom. Dom with the shot. Off the mark, but that's Tamaris with the offensive rebound. No foul called as he tries to throw it up, and it's going to be the end of the first half. And if you did not hear earlier, during this halftime, we have 2 important people coming here for interviews. Number 1 is Dr. Schmidt, the current president of St. Patrick High School, but also a former principal, former dean, former teacher, and of course a former basketball coach. And Mr. Fabrizio, graduate of 2008, who is currently the head of recruitment.
Exciting halftime ready to come up. These 2 special guests.
Boy, it's hot up here, huh?
Oh yeah.
The hot box. All 3 of us?
Yeah. Jeff, you want to sit right there? Doctor?
I'm in the middle?
Yeah, if you want to be in the middle.
Honored to be in the middle of you guys. Okay.
Alrighty.
Boy, this is hot. Is yours hot too?
Oh yeah.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, no, it's hot up here. But I think we're ready to go.
Okay.
We're here with Dr. Schmidt, current president of St. Patrick High School, and of course, former principal, dean, teacher, and basketball coach.
Honored to be here with you guys.
Thank you. As you're watching this first half of the Shamrocks, how excited are you watching them?
I love watching this year's team. First of all, they play well together. They like each other. The student body likes our team. They're very energized. We're very well coached. And listen, I can't remember the last time we shut a team out as good as St. Viator's in that first quarter.
Yeah.
That was he's playing that matchup, 1-3-1 trap defense, and it's causing troubles.
Well, I mean, you did mention the student body. Are you impressed with the crowd that's here today?
You know, considering the terrible weather, my new wife came from downtown to get here 2 hours. So even the kids here that live close, it's a tough sled to get to St. Patrick. So considering all in all, I think it's a great crowd.
Oh yeah. I had a tough drive up here too. Jeffrey, you have any questions?
No, I have the same questions as you, Jack. So it's great to have you up here, Dr. Schmidt. It's always an honor to see you.
Yeah, we've got a big game coming up in 2 weeks. Hopefully we'll get a great crowd there. On the 31st against Marist, Timmy Trendle is one of our alums who's the varsity coach at Marist and a great coach, and we're honoring Tom Buscarini, a guy I taught with for 45 years, who passed away a few months ago. So it's a big night for us, and let's not kid ourselves. Shamrock basketball is good, and this year's team is surely a great example of that.
Going into the second half, what player do you think is going to have a big impact?
Well, their guard, number 11, is a good player. We've shut him down.
Yeah.
He's very good. We're rebounding. Hamilton's rebounding. Tamaris is rebounding. The Gladies are just great shooters. But Viator's is good, as we are. This is going to come down to a very close buzzer beater type game. So we just have to make our shots and take good selection, and I think we're going to pull out a good victory tonight.
I have one final question.
Sure.
Who's winning this game?
Oh,
Shamrocks
shit.
or Viator?
Come on, Shamrocks are killing them by 7. We're wiping these guys out, so we're ready to go.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Schmidt.
Guys, honored to be with you. Thank you. Get home safely tonight.
I'll try.
Okay, thanks, guys. Okay, how do we do? You got it in, huh, boy?
Hi, Jeffrey, you ready?
Yeah, you gotta just let me talk a little bit. I feel like every time I'm talking, it's just bouncing all over me, man.
Alright. This girl, are we live? Oh, okay. Alrighty, Shamrock fans, we are back here for the second half. Jeffrey, you want to mention who were really the big contributors for both teams?
Surprisingly, for Viator, their big players come off the bench. It was number 3. I believe that his name was Aiden Harrington, a guard. He's a senior here. And he's come off the bench with 9 big points for them, especially sparking their offensive game in the second quarter. And of course, for the Shamrocks, it's been Nick Galati the whole game, also with 9 points, sparking the Shamrocks' 7-point lead, getting them off to that fast start, 12-0 lead in the first quarter.
Starting this first half, Viators is going to start with the ball. And on the court for the Shamrocks, we got Dom, Nick, Caleb, Tamaris, and Michael Hamilton for basically the starters for the Shamrocks. And St. Viator will take a shot, but it's off the mark. But St. Viators will get the offensive rebound and get 2 free throws to start off their first offensive possession of the half.
Oh, how are you guys doing? Is that just the heat or what? What is it? Really? Wow. Where am I going? What's up, Jeffrey?
How's it going?
How's it going up here?
Good. Great to have you.
What's going on? Am I on right now?
Yeah.
I'm on?
You're Yeah. live.
Oh, wow.
There you go. You got the live feed right there.
Nice. This is nice. This is cool.
All right. So here with Coach Fabs, Mr. Fabrizio, head of recruitment, class of 2008. How's it good? How's it been?
Good. Everything's good so far. Good game here. We had a fun little team this year. How's it going up here?
We're
is
having
hard.
fun.
We're having a good time up here.
Good. A lot of streamers tonight or what?
Yeah, I think we got quite a few viewers. I know my parents were watching at home, and my aunt was watching at home. Shout out to you guys back at home. It's great to have you guys watching me do this game, but it's great to have you up here. It's not
Yeah,
often we
thanks
get
for having me up.
double feature at our halftime shows. It's nice.
That's hard to follow up Dr. Joe, though.
Of course. But how have you enjoyed this game? Have you enjoyed the season so far?
I love our team. They play together. A lot of fun. Like I said, they play together. They play hard. Lost a couple tough games. But I think it could be an interesting rest of the season, especially when Chofi gets back as well, too.
Right.
But fun team.
And
fun
Big
team.
Joe.
And Big Joe.
And Big
yeah,
Joe.
and Big
As
Joe.
Nick Galati gets the and one opportunity off the mark with that free throw. But as head of recruitment now, a new job for you.
Yeah.
what have you done so far? I mean, well, of course you're a graduate of the Shamrocks, but I mean, how does it feel to be back working where you basically went to high school?
Yeah, no, it's that's why we're here, right? I mean, I think everyone that went to this place cares about this place, and guys like you. So it's when you went here and you work here, you're pretty connected to the work, right? Because you care about the place and you want the school to do well, and you want guys like you too to come here and have good experiences, and then you move on, and then you give back in however way you guys can.
Right.
That's why the school has been so good and for so long. So absolutely.
I mean, watching these basketball games, who is your favorite player to watch on the team?
My favorite player. I'll go with senior Don Galati. He just plays with he's like a St. Pat's basketball player. If you've been growing up around the program, he just plays with that Shamrock toughness, and seems like he's really stepped in and been a good leader for this team this year too. So I think he's having a great year. But like I said, fun team. What do you guys think about the team this year?
Oh, I mean, I love
I
the
love
team.
it. The team's great.
They share the ball, they play together.
Especially after losing two big seniors last year, Jacob Medina and Austin Freeman. Of course, Jacob Medina was out with injury, but still, I mean,
He's
those
a
are two big
leader.
players.
He's a leader, yeah.
And I mean, they took the stuff that they were trying out last year. They really have put their mark on the new style of play that they've really tried out last year, and are really making it effective this year.
For sure.
I got one final question for
Absolutely.
you, Coach. Who's winning this game, Shamrocks or Lions?
Gotta go with the Shamrocks.
Do you have a final?
Dominic? Michael. You see that one?
Yeah, an altercation breaks out.
Who's that?
think-
Who's that?
It looks like it's on Dom Galati, but I don't know if it's an ejection or just a tech foul.
Looks like he's talking to the ref.
Dom pleading his case. Does not seem he's out of the game. Maybe just picking up a tech foul. Don't want Dom Galati to exit the game. He's such a big contributor that he is.
Absolutely. What were you saying, Jeffrey?
So, what did you think about that first quarter when the Shamrocks did not allow 1 point?
Yeah, 17-0, right?
Yeah,
This-
12-0 actually.
Oh, it's 17-2 it ended up. It was
Yeah,
the first time that they
it was
scored.
17-2.
Yeah, that was a good start. Yeah.
It's the first game I've ever seen when I've been up here, and I've been up here for 2-3 years already, and I've never seen a game where the team's just been completely shut out in the first quarter.
That was
It's rare.
do we know why it's so hot up here, though? How do you guys...
No, it's just how it's enclosed. Well, we don't want to hold you up here for too
All right,
long.
Jack, thanks for having me up here,
thank
boys.
you
Go
for stopping
Shamrocks.
by.
Jeffrey, you guys are doing a great job up here. Have fun. Let's get a win tonight, huh?
Yeah, of course.
All right, boys. Thank you.
It's always great to have a special guest up here like Dr. Joe and Coach Fabs.
Always great to have just guests up here as usual, but just to have two guys that are currently have such a big impact on the school.
Right, exactly. Coach Fab's looking out for our future with some new incoming classes. Class of 2025 is going to be coming in next year. It's hard to believe. Her class of 2020, these 4 years went really fast, and it's hard to believe that we're going to be heading off to college next year.
We got a 26-19 score as Nicolati's on the free throw line. 5:22 left in this third quarter. Nothing offensively missed. No really change in tides between the two offenses or between the two teams. But a little altercation broke out. If you did not, of course you heard us talking about it. As Michael Hamilton picks up the offensive rebound and scores right away, making it 28-19. But Dom Glotty and I don't know who from Viator got into a little altercation on the baseline, and it gave Dom Glotty his tech fine during this game. As Caleb Crow will get the steal, gets it to Nick Glotty, who gets the layup. We got 5:26 left in this third quarter. The score is 30-19, and
little gathering at mid-court.
Oh no, the trainer is called. Actually, the trainer is called. I don't know if St. Viator still took the timeout, but trainer is on the court currently with one of St. Viator's players. You never want to see injuries happen during a game. There's just something that really I don't think any player, team, or fan really wants to see.
Never. And it's a hard one for me last week to watch, even though it wasn't St. Pat's. And that guy with Marion Catholic last week, it's about 10, 15 seconds left in that game. And one of their best players, he had been impacting them the whole game and pushing them to that win that they eventually got. And for him to go down and him being such an impactful player, that's a tough
Loss.
Tough loss for them, for sure. Especially with like such little time left, and they got pretty much the win in the bag, and it's never fun to see.
Lions bring the ball down the court, still passing around that three-point line, but tries to squeeze it in there. Does not work as Nicolati gets the offensive break, passes it to Caleb Porter in the corner. Splash. 33-19 is the score. The Shamrocks have come out firing. Shamrock fans and business casual, if you have not heard. Business on top and casual on the bottom. St. Pat's now passing the ball around. Shot in the corner is good for St. Viator. 33-22. Dom Glady now driving in. Slips. Blocking foul though on St. Viator.
At halftime. Pretty close game, 7 points. It was 23-16, I believe. What do you think each coach was telling their team? And how do you think that is coming out in this third quarter here?
Both teams were just saying, hey, get the offensive going and keep the defense locked down, I think. That's I think what the message was for both teams in this halftime. Caleb Crow breaks a man's ankles and passes it to Dom Glady, who misses the shot. Both teams getting a little bit physical with each other now.
Especially after that altercation at the baseline, both teams, that's a very good point. They have been getting a little bit more body to body with each other.
Van Gouchouin is in the game now for the Shamrocks. As Viator drives it in, passes it into the corner, shot is up, and it is off the mark. As that's Michael Hamilton get the rebound, passes it to Caleb Crow. Caleb Crow will put up the layup and score it. 35-22, 3:50 left in this third quarter. Ryder again just passing around the three-point line, trying to get something in there. As Ben Gouchouin tries to poke that one out, and it's going to be a reaching foul on, I think, Nicolai there.
Viator will take it out from the 28-foot line.
Ryder again passing around, tries to get it inside the paint,
That's been
but it will not work as
big
Nicolati gets the basically tipped pass, saves it from going out of bounds, and scores the layup. So we're going into timeout, and the Shamrocks are getting hyped up. The fans are getting hyped up, and who else but Jack Bernard to get the fans really going.
Well, we just saw there's been a recurring theme for the Shamrocks this whole game, a sloppy pass that's been picked off, leading to an easy transition score. That's been probably how the Shamrocks have gotten half, if not more, of half of their points tonight.
In this timeout, what do you think the game plan is for really Viator to stop causing all these sloppy passes?
I think it's just to do just that. Stop making those sloppy passes, crash the boards, because they haven't done as good of a job as crashing the boards as they did do in that first quarter. Even though they didn't have any points, they did a very good job of getting those offensive rebounds. So I think they need to limit the sloppy passes, take their time a little bit, not because, the clock isn't on your side necessarily. You are down 15 here. But I think you need to take your time, value each possession appropriately, and crash the boards, get off more offensive rebounds. And I think if you do that while playing a good defensive game, you're going to be right back in this game with no time.
Both teams at 3 fouls, but I would not be surprised if that number goes really high with how physical these teams are. I mean, have been really playing for this really at the start of the second half.
Even in the first half, the second half, there was like 6 charged fouls to each team. I mean, that's a lot.
First half, it was a little calm, but it was just fouls on the court. But now it's been getting a little bit chippy, and let's see if this leads anything for both teams. I mean, hopefully nothing too bad. St. Viator will pass the ball in.
Viator moving the ball around, and like I said, this is exactly what they need to do. They need to take their times a little bit more, and they're not making those sloppy passes. They're making little passes like into the paint, and that was an easy layup right there. So if they keep doing what they just did, playing some lockdown defense on the Shamrocks, they'll be right back in this game. Right there is a prime example of what I was talking about in that timeout. This, on the other hand, is not. I mean, they got a lucky break right there on that open corner shot by Nicolati. But if they keep moving the ball the way they have with these nice little passes and getting open shots and even rushing the paint, because I mean they've been in an improved rate on their open shots, on their outside shots, long shots, however you want to call it, since the first quarter, and they couldn't make anything. But if they keep, like I said, keep pushing the paint, keep making a nice little pass that you know you can make, and you'll be in this game.
That was Caleb Coro with the 3-pointer. Shamrocks take a 40-24 lead.
Nice 16-point lead. Another block shot, but that's going to be a foul on Ben Gouchouin, is Viator's number 35. That's going to be their tallest player. So I think that this is pretty important. And that's another thing. Not only do Viator need to be making these little passes, if they get to that free throw line, they cannot be messing up. Those are free, easy shots that they need to be making, as he does right there. So what do you think, Jake, about the game plan for Viator?
I mean, as you said, easy passes into the middle count as easy shots, and we've seen Viator do it, but we've also seen Viator force it. So I think Viator's just got to do a better job just decision making and knowing when it's the right time to pass it in. As it's going to be out of bounds on Shamrocks, and it's going to be St. Viator ball. Again, forcing it in there. Lucky that was not taken away as Viator gets the 3-pointer in the corner, and it goes 40-28 is the score.
Viator again making some nice little passes, leading to that open shot and knocking it down.
Caleb Coro now with the ball. Dribbling it out, passes it to Ben Gouchouin. Back to Caleb. Caleb with the ball. Gives it to Nicolati. Driving in, passes it into Tamaris. Tamaris with the shot. A charging foul. St. Viator bringing the ball up. Something that I have not mentioned yet, but I feel like I have to, is St. Pat's has not been the greatest third quarter team.
They have not.
And the way they've been playing right now in this third quarter, really just controlling the game, and I would maybe not leading in points, but doing a great job of really keeping the point spread at the same number, or even just a little bit lower. But to keep it at a 12-point lead in this third quarter, I mean, it's a great job for the Shamrocks, and it really puts them in a place where they can really succeed and take this win and end their losing streak. It's Dom Glady bringing up the ball for the Shamrocks. Driving in. Back out to the corner, though, to Ben. Ben to Caleb. We got 40 seconds left. I wouldn't be surprised if Shamrocks again stall this one out, as Jackson's in the game now.
The Mike Bailey special. I'll let that clock run until the last shot of the quarter.
Jackson to Ben. Ben driving in, gives it to Jackson in the corner, who is making a move. And we'll pass it to Ben in the corner, who passes it to Tamaris. That That was impressive.
That was very impressive. That kid just got poster on his.
And
That is not something you see every day in high school basketball.
that is something that got the fans going, and that could be something that's, I mean, if you think about
It's
it,
a huge momentum shift right there. That was a very impressive play, especially against the guy who did it over. That's number 35. He's pretty tall. That would be Michael Huney, and of course, he's standing the tallest player, the tallest person in this game at 6'7". So Tamaris Brown to get over him like that and dunk it, that's a very impressive play. Not something you're going to see every day.
I mean, if that was at any other point of the game, we thought the game would be over. But since it's even though it's a 14-point game right now, the game's still not over. The shot is up and it is off. It's not a good shot. Oh, that was the end of the quarter actually. So it was a good shot. But I mean, Shamrocks right now 14-point lead, and after a dunk like that, it just seems like it's going to be St. Pat's game.
That 14-point lead feeds like a 24-point lead with that dunk, because that's a huge momentum shift for in favor, of course, for the Shamrocks. That's a great play, one of the best I've seen on the Shamrocks this whole season, arguably.
I mean, if you look at the crowd cam right now, it looks like they're still recovering from that massive dunk, which
I'm sure they still look really excited.
It's just crazy. I mean, that was such a great dunk. I mean, when you think about highlights of the St. Pat's basketball season, that's going to be on the top 3 list no matter what. As we get ready for this fourth quarter, what do you think is going to be a bigger focus for the Shamrocks, offense or defense going into this quarter?
I think offense. The reason I say that, they have been quite slow, a little bit slower than normal on the offensive end. They only got 42 points. A lot of their games this season come from high-scoring games and good defensive games. So especially if you keep that ball and you just hold it through that little Mike Bailey special, like we like to call it, run with the clock, take your time. Because they played a great defensive game, only giving up not even 30 points in the final quarter of play. And if they keep playing that same defense that they have at that same level, if not better, if they can, while keeping that offense, keeping the tempo the way they want it to, that this is going to be an easy win for the Shamrocks. Caleb Cora with the ball, trying to make a play over to Michael Hamilton. Stumbles with it, and that's going to be stolen by Viators. Nice little passes for Viators. Key thing that they need to do, the clock's not on their side though, they only have 7 minutes, 35 seconds left in this game. And that's going to be tipped out of bounds, and that's going to remain Lions ball. So they will take it out of the inbounds. Viator looking to capitalize on the possession and minimize this 14-point lead of the Shamrocks.
On the baseline, Pet.
Pass is stolen by Tamaris Brown up ahead.
Little
lob pass to Nick Galati, tipped back in by Michael Hamilton, and that will extend the Shamrock lead to 16.
I'm still a little bit confused on what the strategy of that inbounds pass was. I mean, it looked like it's right to Tamaris's. That pass was like it was like giving it to a baby. I mean,
pretty much. That was right to his chest. That was an easy steal.
Viator gets an easy layup right there. And now we got Caleb Crow into the corner. Mike to Dom. Dom giving it to Nick. Nick to Caleb. Caleb with the shot. Money. Caleb Crow on fire right now. Has really just been dominating from that corner spot this entire game. As it's going to be out of bounds on St. Viator as they knock it out of Michael Hamilton's hands.
Shamrocks extending their lead to 17. They put ahead just a great all-around game today. Offensively, you have been a little slow, but nonetheless, got that 17-point lead. That little bit of delay on offense than they normally have, but an enhanced defensive performance is really just leading to a great game. Like the phrase says, defense wins championships. And this is the prime example of it. The Shamrocks not having their best offensive performance, good, but not their best. But that defense has been locked down tonight, and look at that, 17-point lead.
As Coach Bailey calls a timeout because Caleb Cora was trapped in between 2 men. And it seems like St. Viator's already going to start pulling out a full court press or just some half court press. But it seems like they're committing to we got to start coming back right now.
For sure. I mean, there's only 6 minutes, 25 seconds left in this game. You're down 17. You need to make the most of your possessions while playing at a little bit of an enhanced tempo. They have been playing. They take their time. They've had their time with that. So they need to make something happen pretty quick here while limiting the Shamrocks' opportunities.
Nick Galati will inbound it for the Shamrocks. Gives it to Caleb. Caleb to Don. Nick. Nick with the ball, drives in. Passes it out to Dom. Dom to Caleb. Caleb with the shot. Holy cow.
Shamrocks extend their lead to 20 points.
And I mean, it's all very
Great passing.
and it's just been Caleb Curl on fire this entire game right now. I mean, Shamrocks have a 20-point lead, and they're really just taking the best shots they can really in the second half. They're not trying to force anything. They're just letting everything happen naturally. They're taking time off the clock, and they're playing like winners right now.
And that's, of course, why they got this big 20-point lead.
As Tamaris again will get another and one opportunity.
Over that same guy who posterized before. Tamaris really playing aggressive at the rim, especially with that big presence, 6'7". This is what we like to see. Height isn't everything. As Tamaris Brown has just proven in his last two plays. It is, of course, a factor in the paint, affecting people's shots, but not if somebody's going to be playing that aggressive. Shots up at the line, middle off the mark, bounces around, still misses. Viator will bring the ball up with 5.5 minutes to go in this final quarter. Passing the ball around into the corner, back into the low post. Open shot from the three-point line, off the mark, and St. Pat's will get the long rebound. Nick Galati on the fast break, an easy layup for two. The Shamrocks extend their lead to 24 points. With 5 minutes, 5 seconds left in this final quarter of play. Viator passing the ball around into the high key, down to the corner, three-pointer, up, air ball, rebounded though, and that's going to be an easy layup for Viator, 54-32, as Caleb Coral will bring the ball up for St. Pat's. Into the lane, passes it out to Dom Galati for three, off the mark, bounces around, and that will be rebounded by Viator, pushing the ball up. Little jump shot from mid-range, and that's good, and a quick 4 points for St. Viator, still down 20, 4.5 minutes to go. But I think this is a little too late. What do you think, Jack?
I mean, I agree with you. St. Viator they're taking these shots that they should have been taking in the first quarter.
And they're allowing the Shamrocks easy possessions like that, just letting them drive right down the lane for the layup.
I mean, again, that's Caleb Coro. I mean, who's just been an offensive machine this entire game. And, I mean, clearly the MVP for the Shamrocks.
Viator will take it from the baseline out. We're going to pass the ball in. Gets it in. Long passes. High key. Passing the ball into the corner. Open shot from the three-point arc, and that's good. The Lions knocking down their shots, but like I said, I think this is a little too late. As the Shamrocks still with a 19-point lead, 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. And then when the Shamrocks got the ball, I think the only thing they really need to do right now, Jack, is just do that Mike Bailey special. Keep passing the ball around, because there is no shot clock. Just to take advantage. A little fake, and that's good. A little momentum boost shot right there, a little fake. The Shamrocks have dominated the second half, and like you said, they haven't been the best third quarter team this whole year. But them being able to secure that third quarter and extend their lead even, because they were only up 7, they ended up being up 10 or 8, so they did extend that lead by a bucket or so. And they've dominated this fourth quarter of play, up by 21 now. The foul will be called on the way up there on the Shamrocks. And Viator will go to the line for 2 shots. Viator first shot up. And next, nothing but nylon. As the crowd starts to chant, "Hey, hey, goodbye," as they also know that this is too little, too late. Viator at the free throw line. Couple dribbles. Shot up. Nothing but nylon on both of them. And the Shamrocks will call a timeout with 3 minutes and 6 seconds left in this game. 19-point lead here for the Shamrocks. So in this timeout, I think that the Shamrocks coach, Mike Bailey, Hall of Famer, is telling his team right now, just keep it going. You got the win, 3 minutes to go, almost a 20-point lead. Just hold the ball, value your possessions. Of course, don't make sloppy plays, and you're going to have the win. And Viator, on the other end, probably got a little bit of a sense of urgency. I mean, time is not on their side whatsoever. Score is not looking good for them, so the Shamrocks probably got this one in the bag. It's all said and done. Each team will just start coming out of its timeouts. The crowd getting pumped up because the Shamrocks had a huge win over a good team. Viator, like we mentioned earlier, 11-6, got a 2-game losing streak, possibly about to be 3. The Shamrocks snapping their 2-game losing streak to improve probably to 13-5 on the year. As Viator will prod the full court press up ahead. His foul is going to be called on the way up on number 35 on Viator's. That is Michael Hune, a senior. It's Jack Warner, my co-anchor.
Alrighty, we're here with Dan Cook, senior class of 2020. One of the biggest Shamrock fans there is out here.
Easy.
How does it feel to be at this game right now?
It's just great to feel this energy that we're getting back slowly throughout the year, and especially winning against such a good team like St. Viator's.
Some have compared you to the great man.
The Shamrocks go 1 for 2 at the line.
Him.
I've talked to Tim
2 minutes,
many times, and I
25
just
seconds
do not
left
think
in
I'll
the
be
fourth
able to
quarter
get
of play.
out of his shadow.
Shamrocks had
He
an
just
even
left
20
too much
point
of
lead, got the
a
ball.
shoe to fill for me to ever fill.
Watching this game, who is one of your favorite players to watch when they're on the court?
My favorite is my main man, Jack Brannick. Whenever he comes to the game, he brings energy to on the court and off the court, to his players and to the stud section.
And then I gotta ask you a couple questions on some of the players today. Tamir Trunks.
10 out of 10. He dunked on 2 kids today. That's more than I've ever done.
Really, that shocks me.
It's kind of hard to dunk on people.
All right. As this game finishes up, what do you expect the Shamrocks to do the rest of this basketball season?
I'm guessing big wins by large margins of scores, big energy from the fans, and big fan turnout. Once we start on a winning roll, we're not going to stop.
And are you excited for the game that's 2 weeks away?
That's my favorite time of the year, is that game. There's no other game like it. Football games, basketball games get the most loud, most exciting, and get the most fun.
All right, Dan, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, Jack.
So play will resume with 2.5 minutes to go in this fourth period. Shamrock's got an even 20-point lead, 59-39. The Shamrocks will take it out from the baseline. They're going to get it in. They do to that's Dom Galati. Holding the ball. Viator with a little bit of pressure defense, and they're going to get the steal. Pushing the ball up from the three-point line, shots up, and that's off. Rebounded by Michael Hamilton. He'll push the ball ahead to Nick Galati, and this is going to be an easy fast break layup, setting the Shamrocks lead to 22 at 61-39. And there are 2 minutes remaining left in this game. Shamrocks got the 22-point lead. Viator passing the ball around. Stall, little pass. Viator will take the 3, and that will be a Shamrock rebound. So, Jack, I saw you interviewing Dan Cook over on the gym balcony. What did he have to say?
I mean, of course, someone that's electric like that and really is a school motivator.
For sure.
You know, having a guy like that inside the school just so happy to be a Shamrock, it's always fun to listen to a guy like that. As Shamrocks are making I think it looks like everyone is subbing out.
Everyone. There's only a minute and a half, so it's smart to just put the players you don't necessarily utilize as much, so to avoid injury. Because of course, it's very possible, like we saw last week in that game against Marion.
So we got 2 seniors, Jack Brannick and Ben Gouchwan. We got a junior, Jackson Gitterly, in the game, and we have the 2 sophomores on the team, Bryant Hanley and Serge Rivera, in the game currently. So it looks like I wouldn't be surprised if these are guys that close out the game for the Shamrocks. But I mean, we got less than a minute left in this game, 61-39. I mean, the Shamrocks. Viator against Loyola, the score was 40-39. The Shamrocks have basically, come out here and basically had St. Viator suffer the same way they did last game. Shot is up, and it's good. 61-42, 30 seconds to go. Jeffrey, if you have to name an MVP of this game, who would you name?
Caleb Coro, 100%. He's been electric the whole game. He's made some great plays for the Shamrocks. Been great shooting outside the arc, and he's been the one to drive the Shamrocks to this big win tonight.
Jeffrey, I would say you took my pick because I totally agree that Caleb Curl has been the man of the night. I mean, I think he didn't miss a shot this entire second half.
Feels like it. I mean, he's been electric. He's got about 15, 20 points tonight. He's just been a spark plug, offensively and defensively.
We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is the end of the game. Thank you for joining us tonight at Curlin Court. The final score is Shamrock 61 and St. Viator's Lions 42. We want to thank our halftime guest, Dr. Schmidt, president of St. Pat's, and Coach Fabrizio, Mr. Fabrizio, class of 2008, and the head of recruitment here. We also like to give our best wishes, gratitude to the guys behind the scenes. We couldn't do it without these guys. Kenton Doyle, class of 2023. James Stoll, class of 2021, and Patty Lewis, class of 2021. And of course, the great Mr. Doyle. Without him, we can't do anything. Yeah. So I'm Jack Warner, class of 2020.
And I'm Jeff Schultz, also class of 2020.
Remember, join us tomorrow. I said tomorrow, when the Shamrocks take on Wheeling here at Curlin Court. The broadcast will start at 5:30.
See you guys then. Have a great night.